This is a very easy dessert that you can make anytime. Hello homemakers, bread machine lovers, bread bakers, makers of the home. Welcome to Butterfly Meadows Homestead, where dough rises, hearts are warmed, and bodies are nourished. From baking to cooking, from canning and preserving, we cherish everything homesteading. Today, I'm very excited to bring to you a very simple recipe. This is a very easy dessert that you can make anytime, and usually you will have these ingredients on hand, and it's so quick and easy to put together. It's very similar to the cuppa cake from Steel Magnolias, if you're familiar with that recipe. Basically, it's the same with just a slight adjustment. So you're going to need a small casserole dish or pie pan. I'm using this square 8x8 casserole dish, and in it I already have 3 tablespoons of butter. Now, I'm going to put this pan in the microwave and get that butter melted, and while that's melting, we're going to mix up our ingredients. So in a mixing bowl, we are going to take 1 cup of self-rising flour, and we're going to take 1 cup of white sugar, and we are going to take a can of, this is fruit cocktail. You could use canned peaches, any fruit that you love that you want to make this dessert out of, then you can use it. This is a 15-ounce can, and you want to use it with the juices. You don't want to drain the juice off, and we're just going to pour that right in there and mix it up. Now the cuppa cake that I was referring to would have you measure out a cup of the fruit, but we are just going to use the whole can. I've done this many times and it works out great. About the time we have that mixed, our butter has melted. So I'm just going to make sure that the sides of my pan are also coated with the butter. So you can see the butter there in the bottom of the pan. And then we're just going to put our batter right into the pan. Just going to spread it out a little bit. If you are enjoying these videos, please consider subscribing to my channel. I share all kinds of videos on baking bread in the bread machine, in the oven, and recipes, home-cooked food, good food to help nourish your family, canning and preserving food, and occasionally a little bit of videos here on the homestead outside. And I enjoy having you. We have a great community here. It is growing, and we are excited to have you. And that butter is all oozing up all around the top. I have my oven preheated to 375, and we're going to pop this in the oven until it gets golden brown on the top. The cobbler has been cooling for about 5 minutes. That gives it time to set up. You don't want to dish it out when you first get it out of the oven. Give it a few minutes to set up. And we are just going to dip us out a serving here. I usually just use some kind of a spoon because you may have some juices in there. And so here you can see, we have our fruit and everything there on the bottom. Oh, you could serve this with ice cream, Cool Whip, whipped cream, yogurt, any kind of topping that you would like to serve it with. You can definitely do that. It makes just a wonderful dessert. It's one of my favorites, and it's so easy. That is so delicious. You would never know it was so easy to make. One of my favorite things about cobblers is the edges and the corners get crispy and chewy, and they have that butter, that was in the pan. It's kind of heavy on the edges, and they are so good. Your friends and family are going to love this dessert. I hope you give it a try. Thanks for joining me today for this recipe. God bless. Bye-bye.